Hi guys, welcome to this module on Power BI. In this session, I want to talk about formatting visuals. So on the screen, I've got three visuals. I'm going to focus on this clustered column chart to demonstrate first off. So if I click on that one, so it's active, so it's selected. Where you go for formatting is over here, and on this little option there, format your visual, it says. If I click on there, you've got some features here. Straight off, I want to go down to the bottom there where it says data labels, and I want to tick that on. Now, the way this works is you can open up all of these chevrons and it gives you or reveals extra stuff. So I've got like title there, I've got values there, and if I want the values to be bold, for example, I can click on B for bold, and then the values on top of these columns are bold. Now, what I recommend you do is once you've done something inside these chevrons, you close them back up again to keep this quite tidy. Now what I want to do is I want to change the title of this and I want to move it into the middle. I want to change the actual words. Now I'm going to go back to this icon to do that. It's not the only place you can do this, but you see where it says sum of revenue. If I double click on that, I can get in there and delete that bit because it's a bit wordy, and then that is what the title is going to be, revenue by topic, which makes more sense. Now back to the paintbrush, because what I want to do is go to the general tab, and one of the issues with these visuals is you've got to work out which tab you're on here to get information. So I've got titles there. Titles are on. If I click on bold, revenue by topic has gone bold, but I want that to be centered, so I'm coming down this list and I'm clicking on the center aligned feature there, so that's okay. But the rest of this is not bold, so what I need to do here is I need to find out where that is. So I need to go back to the visual option where we've got X values, where I can do that bold feature, make those bold. So they're bold across the bottom there, and I want to do the same with the Y values. So if I click on the Y values, it doesn't give me that option straight away, but if I come down a bit into where it says value, I can click on bold, and now the whole thing has gone bold. So I'm happy with the way that looks. Now the only thing I haven't made bold is that title at the bottom there, but it doesn't matter. I want now to color in this little chart and put a border around it. So this is definitely back to general, and where you go on general, if you just close the chevrons up so you can see it clean, if you like, you need to go to where it says effects, and under there you can then get the background color. So if I change the background color to something a bit garish, that's probably a bit too dark. I'll just make that a little bit lighter. Go for the next one up. Okay, and then I'm coming down. You've got visual border. I want to put the border on, so it's going to be in black. I need to turn it on, and then you need to make the corners whatever size you want them to be, and come down a little bit. The line thickness, I want to make that not that big, that big. So that's what I want to do. I've created my visual, I've done the formatting that I want, and now I need to do the same with the other visuals. So this is just a table, but I can still have it looking the same. If I click on this visual and go to the format painter, click on the format painter and then click into this visual, it will put the same format on. If I click the right spot, it will. So that's put it on, and I've accidentally done a filter to bring that back, and I want that on there as well. So I'll click on this one, click on the format painter, click on the slicer, and then the slicer is the same. And again, you've got to watch out that you don't accidentally do a filter. So that's how I want that. Now the slicer itself, if I go onto that one, I'm on it already. If I go onto the paintbrush on there, you get slicer settings, because you can change that to be like what's called tiles, which I like better than these little checkboxes, like so. That's okay. Works exactly the same, but there you go. Now if I click off all of these visuals and click onto the page and then go to the paintbrush, you just have page information, canvas, and then wallpaper. So canvas first, and you've got canvas there, and then canvas background, which is what I want. I should have gone there first. I'm going to pick a background. I'll pick a light grey background. Now it doesn't show me anything because for some weird reason this transparency bar is right across. So now you can see that grey background. Now if I close that up, what I need to go into now is the wallpaper option, because that's another option you've got to make this nice. If I scroll down, I can pick a different color for wallpaper. I'll pick a blue color. So you just see that around the outside edge. And if I pull that back up, go back up to canvas background. Let's close this one up so I don't need to see that. Canvas background. If I take that chevron, not the chevron, that transparency back across a little bit, you can see how that will fade through. So you can just play around with that. Because what you can actually do in the background, if I go into wallpaper, I'm not saying you're going to want to do this. You've got this option here to put an image in the background. If I just go back up one level, got files for SharePoint, I can got some pictures in there, that'll do. So there's a picture, and on the picture you've got different options of where you want that to be. So you've got image, normal, and then you can select fit, for example, and it just comes a bit bigger. I'm not saying that that's a good picture to put on there, but there you go, that's how you do that. Now if I go into a different page, you have the option on the view tab of selecting a theme, the preset themes like this. So if I go down to something a bit colorful, purple, it's changed the theme to purple on all of these pages, except my page. I've obviously got that image on there, but the actual part of the purple is there. Look, so it has actually done it, and it's changed the colors of these from what I selected. So you've got a purple chart, so the theme has overwritten. Now you can also, if I go back onto this matrix one, because on the matrix one you can make the font on change parts of this theme if you so wish. If you go back up the top there and come down into customize theme, current theme, you can change all these colors. I'm not suggesting you do that, but what you could do, which is quite useful, is change the size of this font. Maybe make that a bit bigger. I'll put it to 12 and let's see what happens. So that's gone to 12. So now I'm going to have to adjust this visual so I can still see everything, but that's okay. And then let's have a look at the other ones, because once it goes to 12 you probably need to just check that your visuals are all still fitting on the actual page without anything overlapping. So they're okay, they're all right. So that's how you format your visuals. Whatever you want to do, you're over on the little paintbrush and you're either in, if you're on a visual, it'll give you some information, lots of information there. Look, you're either on visual or general to find whatever you want to adjust. Now I can't say to you that every single visual is the same, because depending what you click on depends what you're going to see. So if I click on this donut chart, go to the paintbrush, there's a few things there. On general you've got a few things. If I click on this pie chart and go to the visual option, very similar, and this one similar, and this one more, and then more again. So depending what you click on, you'll have different options in this little visualization format area that you need to sort of plod your way through and find basically what you want to do. So I've got a matrix visual on the screen and I want to use that for this demonstration. So I've got it active, clicked on it. Over here where you've got sum of revenue, you need to click on this little down arrow, and that will give you some options, one of which is conditional formatting. If you come across, you've got a few options here. I'm going for background first, and then you get this sort of option here. Now it's got gradient as a style at the top there, but you can change these things to be rules and things like that. All of these can be changed, but I just want to leave this as it is, apart from I want to add a middle section, and I need to change these colors. So the lowest value I want to be a red color or reddish. Now these colors are not great, but I'll click on that one. The middle value I want to be orangish or pink, and then the top value I want to be green. Again, I don't like any of these colors, but you get the idea. So it's a gradient fill like so. Now also it says what to do with zeros. So I'm just going to click this and you see what happens here. I don't like that at all. So I'm going back into it because I don't want the zeros to be colored up red. So I'll go back into conditional formatting, background, and I need to change this don't format so it doesn't do that. Then I'm going to click OK. Now that looks a little bit better. So you've got your format there as well. So to get rid of that one, I'm just going to do Control Z, which is undo, and then it'll go back to the other one, and then Control Z again, which is undo, so I can show you a different one. So that was the background. Now if I go back to it, sum of revenue, little arrow, up to conditional formatting, and I won't bother with the font, but I'll go for data bars. So data bars, you've got the same sort of thing. You've got left to right. I'll leave the colors exactly how they are, but you can obviously change them in the same way. You've got the option there just to show the bar only. Click OK to that. Let's have a look what that looks like. Yeah, amazing. I probably wouldn't have that on. I'll just Control Z that, undo, and then next one, if I go across there, you've got icon sets, which is you can change all of these icons. There's lots of different ones. So I've got icons there, look, so you've got a whole array of different symbols that you might want to apply. So this is set to percentages, and this is the default, but I'll just click OK so you can see what that looks like so. Now if that ticks your box, well done. But I'm going to do Control Z to undo that because I want to edit that myself. So back into it on the little arrow, conditional formatting, icon set, and then I want to get rid of these 1, 2, and I'm going to play around with this one. So percent it's on, I'm going to change that to number, and I'm going to change this to number, and then from 0, so it's got greater than there, it's 0, and less than, I'm going to go 5,000. 5,000, and then that's the rule. I'm going to add a new one, and this one's going to have to go change it to number as well. I'm going to go for that is on number, that's picked that up. So this one I'm going to go 5,000, so it's greater than 5,000. 1, 2, 3, and less than 10,000. I'll leave it as it is, less than 10,000. And then I can click OK, and then it's just done that. So those are just some examples of how you can do or use conditional formatting on your visuals, on your tables, or your matrix views like so. So that's all I want to talk about in this little one. Hopefully that was of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.